Welcome to my hardcore Minecraft world. Much to my surprise, I have successfully survived 1,000 days in this world. With this milestone achieved, let's take a look back at some of the highlights of the journey. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see more. And if you are interested in a world download, it will be coming soon to YouTube channel members. If you don't have time to watch the full video, why not put it on in the background? It helps me out a ton. Take it away, Callie. I don't play hardcore Minecraft, as I'm pretty accident prone when it comes to my Minecraft worlds. But I'm craving a new challenge. And what better way to challenge myself than find out how long I can survive in hardcore Minecraft. No. Well, tree chopping it is. I don't love snow. I'm gonna be honest right now. Snow is my least favorite biome to spawn into. So we're gonna be traveling a little bit to try and find ourselves a more useful location that I would like to base in. No! Bad berry bush. Uh-oh. Zombie. Yes, we're a scared hardcore player. I'm sure it's fine. Another dog. Oh, good. Okay, go kill that sheep, please. Please? I was hoping you'd do it, so I didn't have to be the murderer. Ooh, there's a village, guys. I didn't even have to make that bed. I could have just come over here and stolen a bed. Little child, I'm actually going to take the purple bed because I like purple better. You can have the white one. Diamond horse armor and iron leggings. Oh my goodness. And an iron sword and an iron pickaxe. That's an incredible find. We're on day one, and I'd say that's a pretty good start for a hardcore world. Now, something that would be really nice would be if we actually had a Stony Peaks biome around here, because that would be amazing for finding iron. So it looks pretty snowy everywhere we look. So I kind of feel like we're just gonna have to go for a wander and hope we come across something that isn't snow. Finally, no more snow. Possibly a flower forest as well. 100% a flower forest, which is kind of what I am looking for, but I kind of wanted something better than this. That's actually more flower forest, so let's head that direction and see if the terrain opens up into a little bit more hills. I mean, it is an island again. Oh, it's so hard to decide when you're with a big open world. Hello, villagers. Do you have anything fun for me? Maybe a diamond? Lots of wheat. Oh, more bookshelves. Yes, please. Oh, they do have a blacksmith in here. They have a helmet. I'll take it. Okay, no diamonds. No Stony Peaks yet, but we're gonna keep looking. I kind of like the wooded Badlands. I've never actually built in the wooded Badlands, and like, I don't love the tree color, but seeing it how large this place is, I could see myself building something in here. My inventory is already full. Guys, I like exploring too much. I'm still really hoping for Stony Peaks, guys. We're like almost 4,000 blocks away in both directions. The further I explore, the more I'm like, I don't actually know where I want to settle down. So I think we're gonna get a bird's eye view around here. Stony Peaks, guys, we found them. I am looking good on day 8. We're doing really good, even if most of it's been exploring. I am very happy that we actually came here. Guys, look at this. We have 24 blocks of iron now and 6 ingots. Super, super happy that we did this. Oh, this is a gorgeous view. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I do kind of have the idea of doing more of hobbit hole style builds. It makes me get away from having to make roofs, but this area right here could be kind of fun to make a whole bunch of hobbit holes in. Yep, I think right here, we're gonna hollow out a little space and we are going to decorate this up into a lovely hobbit hole. Before I actually finish this off and build it, I actually want to look for a place that we can go down into a mine. So what if we just put our mining area maybe just back this direction a little bit? The diamonds! I got my first diamonds! And this is a nice big vein. Oh my goodness, was that like gonna be 8 diamonds here? 8 diamonds? Yes! Friends, I have been doing this all wrong. I was gonna get diamonds for gear and then do enchanting. But if I got fortune onto a diamond pickaxe, well, getting diamonds would be a lot easier, right? We have 2 diamonds here, but we have 20 here. So we have 22 diamonds and we have at least 1 piece of obsidian. Diamonds. Obsidian. What else do I need for this? I need my book. Enchanting table. For now, I guess we're just gonna put it right there. So let's get ourselves a couple of bookshelves. We can make 12 bookshelves and let's see what we can't do here with some levels. How much is this gonna give us? Level requirement 24 right now. Okay, so it's not like awful. I mean, I could get fortune 1 on something. Well, let's try that. It is just fortune 1, which I don't think will give us much of anything. You know what? Let's try and get a cow pen going somewhere. We have some hay bales, so let's take this. And we need something to keep these guys in, but I don't have a lot of wood right now. Let's just start laying out some walls randomly-ish. We should be able to lead them over top. That's such a weird shape. You know what? Whatever. Hi, do you have a friend? You do have a friend. Come here, moo cow. Perfect. There you guys go. A little baby. They are now stuck in here for life, and I still don't have enough levels to do what I want. Okay, sounds good. I guess that means we continue on our mining spree and see if we can't come across a few more diamonds. Diamond mining is not going well, my friends, and so I think we're going to take a break from all of that and we are going to work on some stuff up here. We're gonna build a lovely house behind us and maybe do a little bit of a mining entrance, gather some wood, and get those cows bred up. You know, get ourselves out from underneath the ground. So what I want is I want the cherry wood here on the sides. Then of course we need to strip both sides. Almost like it needs to be a 2-floor if it's that high. So I do think we're gonna drop the roof. We're gonna drop this by 1. There we go, that's better. Okay, and then we can have like a little window right here. We got the main structure in place. Well, let me see what I can do about a little bit of decorating and design, and I'll bring you guys back when it's done. Well, I'd say that little hobbit house is not looking half bad. Definitely need a few more details on the exterior, and here on the interior we have ourselves a very open room style. So we got our storage started here in the back that's actually very sorted. We got a little bit of furnace action going on and other benches on this side, but guys, we have a house, and besides only like 1 creeper scare, we've done pretty good at safety. It is day 40. We are going to go and do our best at finding some diamonds in caves. That's the first monster that I've killed, guys. What is with that? We're day 40. Man, I really have been playing it safe, haven't I? I am being too reckless with my life. We were going back down into the regular mines. It's happening. I'm not going down in these scary places anymore. Hello, zombie. Hello, creeper. Man, diamond finding in this world is ridiculous. I don't feel like I've ever struggled this much. It's a spawner. Nice, we could get some XP going, which would be lovely for the whole enchanting situation. Only a name tag in here. Some more gunpowder, coal I'll take. Bones, actually, at this point in life are pretty decent. Diamonds, I see diamonds down there. Please give me more than one. Oh my goodness, I can hear spiders. I can hear so many things right now. I don't like it. Well, while we're on the surface side, I had enough books that we can hopefully get this up to level 30. What do we got here? There we go, okay. So now is level 30, which is going to be perfect. We kind of need 2 more levels. So we could go down and make that zombie spawner into an experience farm. You know, actually the easiest way to do it, maybe not the safest, but the easiest way to get the levels to start enchanting some stuff is to go to the Nether and mine a whole bunch of quartz. And it's still early days, I understand that, but I kind of wonder if I should just go to the Nether. Hopefully no horrible spawn that kills me. Yeah, we're just gonna, you know, just pop on into the Nether. It'll be fine. Okay, let's light this up. Oh, okay, it's actually not a bad spawn. A Sebastian right there at our spawn. Looks like there's a crimson forest right there, which is kind of good to see as well. Quartz, perfect. Let's get those levels. Perfect, level 30, yes. There's a fortress right there. Wow, this is actually a really good nether spawn. Okay, level 32. We'll head home and hope for a really good enchant. What do we got? Unbreaking 3, so there is a chance. Protection 4. Oh, those are good. They might have feather falling. Or smite 4. I think we're gonna try the boots first. Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Depth Strider 3. Back to the Nether we go. Okay, no more pickaxes. I guess that means we go home. This is only gonna be enough for 1 enchant. I think the best idea here is Unbreaking 3 and see what it gives us. Literally only Unbreaking 3. And let's go get all of this delicious food. Oh my goodness, look at this. Yeah, that's only level 28, so we didn't quite do the whole level thing that we needed, but that is perfect. That's almost a stack of raw beef and 30 leather, guys. Oh my goodness. At least we got pretty decent boots, even if we don't have feather falling. But I think we should do a little bit of time here to do some building. Just tidy this place up and actually make it look like a home. Now that is what we're talking about. That is looking so much better. We got ourselves our path and the cows are in an actual pen. I don't know, guys. This is looking a whole lot better than where we started. However, there is something else that I would like to do. I think this area needs a whole lot of leaves, maybe a couple of trees, maybe even a little dock right outside of my front door with a boat to get across this pond. Okay, let's go take a little bit of a look back from a boat. Oh, that's so cute, guys. I love it. You know, just ignore what's going on the right-hand side of this, you know, scene. But right there in front of us, our house, our mining entrance, a little pathway, and our barnyard. Oh, guys, this is so pretty. And with shaders, oh my goodness, that's beautiful. I love it so much. Don't lose the world, Callie. Don't lose the world. But with 60 days under our belt here in our hardcore world, guys, I think we need to take it up just a notch. I've been playing really safely. I've been building really safely because nobody likes to lose their world and the builds that they have created. I would love to hear your predictions on how long you think I can survive in our hardcore world here. But next episode, we are definitely going a whole lot bigger on the builds. It's time to get serious about this hardcore world. I surprised myself last episode by surviving and doing really well. But there's one item that we don't have that could mean the difference between keeping this world or losing it forever. And that item is Feather Falling 4. And the key to getting Feather Falling 4 is a full enchanting setup, which we have right here behind me. But unfortunately, we don't really have a good way to be getting levels. And so between episodes, I might have noticed something that could really help us out in getting those levels. Just behind our base here is a cave opening that holds a great secret. And probably babies too. Oh my goodness, okay. This is such a bad time to be doing this. Okay, you know what? We're gonna run away and go sleep. Quick, quick, quick. Oh my goodness gracious. Look guys, that's a double zombie spawner. This is going to be so good for early game XP. First though, let's see what's inside. Oh my goodness, enchanted golden apple. I will admit it's been a little bit since I was in early game, and so remembering how I actually need to make this, I don't really know. We're just gonna, we're just gonna dig. Oh, hello gravel. I knew you were gonna fall down eventually. Progress is happening. We got ourselves a big open room and water. I'm struggling a little bit with figuring out the bubble vader and how we need to push all of the zombies in there. But I have also realized, despite the fact that we went to the nether, we didn't actually pick up any soul sand. Okay, the problem is, where are we going to find the easiest soul sand? I guess we're gonna have to go downwards maybe somewhere. Oh, well, hello, fortress. Oh, guys, there would be soul sand in the fortress. I'm not geared up for this. Okay, after hunting around there for a little bit, the places to get it are not safe to get to. And we do happen to have a little bit of gold, so I do think we are going to go and try and trade with piglins in an effort to get some soul sand. Hi, sir. Here. You like some gold? Ooh, soul sand. Perfect. That's all I need, buddy. Man, why didn't I think about doing that earlier? I've just realized one thing, whereas we might have soul sand now, we don't actually have any kelp. This is a river, but this actually does break out on an ocean. Just a little bit of kelp. Let's head home. So the zombies are gonna need 23 blocks to fall down. Are we gonna go right outside? Oh my goodness, we are. We should also sleep because this is not terrifying at all. Nope. Any bad mobs around? Nothing that could harm me? We're gonna have to pretty this up. I honestly did not realize we were gonna come out of the ground, but that's okay. We'll make it work. And now I should just be able to dig downwards. And I'll drop a few blocks, but I don't think it'll be enough to severely damage me. Okay. Ow. Never mind, it was 3 hearts of damage. It's a little bit more than I expected. Okay, zombies number 1. There we go. We got the other ones and locked that all up. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at the experience. While I cleared out this room, I swatted a few more zombies and have myself 35 levels now. So I kind of want to know what we're going to get on an enchant roll. I also want to pretty this up. It can't stay like this. So on the sword, sharpness 4. Actually, that's amazing. on this efficiency 4, guys. Efficiency 4 and breaking 3, fortune 3, yes. You know what? Let's go see what else we got for diamonds, and potentially we could get the rest of our gear sorted as well. Okay, here's another diamond pickaxe, so we can check what's on those. What about this one? Silk touch. I'm gonna do it, guys. It's silk touch. Efficiency 4, silk touch, and breaking 3. Oh my goodness. We are moving up in this world, which means we can now take this pickaxe, and I know it's gonna take a while, but we can take the full bookshelf and not just break the bookshelves. Looting 3, yes please. What else we got? Looting 3 and sharpness 3. Okay, you know what? I can work with that. Well, it is day 76 and we have ourselves a full XP grinder setup. Yes, there's a lot of spruce going on, but we got a few little green leaves in here and it kind of feels cozy. I like it. Look at what just came up here. A lovely feather falling 4 on our boots, which is amazing. We're gonna do that, and oh my goodness, look at that. I'm breaking 3, feather falling 4, protection 3, and depth strider 2. But because we also have my boots here with protection 4 and depth strider 3, yeah, we'll just combine those. We are now decked out fully in diamond armor and I am looking good. But there is one slight problem that we have now. While we certainly have the diamond armor, we've got the feather falling, our diamond pickaxe, and eventually all of this diamond gear is going to break on us if we don't go and get ourselves some mending. And well, thankfully I based very near to a beautiful village. So I'm thinking that we steal a couple of villagers and start our own villager empire over at our base. And you guys are home. Welcome to the lovely base of me, Callie. You're gonna love it here. You know, you'll be making all the babies so that we can have quite the villager empire here. If I were to make you a home over there, would you enjoy that? Wow, okay, silence was almost deafening there. Thank you for agreeing with me. So I've done a little bit of figuring. We are going to have to do quite a bit of terraforming over here. But before we get to the whole terraforming bit, this pillar right here, the bottom of the villager breeder, like where all the babies will drop, needs to be right there. They're stuck for life. Sorry guys, I'm sure that's fine, right? You love being together in that little space. I'm going to drop you bread. You are going to pick it up. You are going to share it. You are going to make me babies. And I know it sucks, but I can't make an empire without you two working together and making it happen. Perfect. Hearts are happening. Let's go. Lots of hearts. There we go. Baby number 1. While they work on their job of making my villagers for my empire, I am going to work on the job of terraforming this whole area. I will be the first one to admit that this probably looks worse than when I started, but I have a method to my madness. Well, I think we finally have it all put together in these 2 chests behind me to build this villager trading village. Building number 1, I love it. Oh, and also, before even we started that time lapse, we reached day 100 because it is now day 113. I looked just as I was getting started building on that building, and it was day 110. So this is amazing. We've spent 100 days in this world and we haven't come too close to death at any point. Well, now that we have the villager breeder building completed, it's time to get the rest of this done up. It's done, my friends. We have ourselves a beautiful villager trading village. Now, as you can tell, I have done a little bit of crop planting and a few details with some leaves and some flowers here and there around. I want to do a whole lot more, and I also want some glow lichen, but because we do not have bone meal right now or really good access to bone meal, it's really hard to do such a thing. We can take a little bit of a look back. Let's just go into free cam here and I'll show you. So as you can tell, it is looking like such a cute village. I love the details with the leaves and the fields. Now there are no interiors, but that's gonna have to come later because, well, I don't have time in this episode to actually make interiors. But what I do have time to do is take our lovely first villager over here and get ourselves some mending. Now, do we really have emeralds to be buying books from them? No. Problem for a Callie of another video, not for this one. Hello, kind sir. I would like to capture you, please, and thank you. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can convince you over here. There we go. You better start making more villagers soon, guys. I know. I gotta feed them more food. That's why we have crop fields here. So, bud, this is gonna be your home for the foreseeable future. I'll bring you friends, but right now, I don't have any friends for you because your parents aren't really doing their work they're supposed to be doing. I have for you a lectern that I would really love for you to take. Ignore the holes in your home. There you go. Yay, you're a librarian. What do we got? Efficiency 5, an amazing trade, but sorry, we're getting mending. This is the point of this exercise. Frostwalker, not at all what I want. Nope. Guess down below how many rolls we're going to have to do to get mending from this guy. Mending! Oh my goodness, we got it! Thank you, sir. Please don't lose that. I forgot to make this into paper. 36. Okay, that will at least lock in his mending trade. I would like to trade with you, please. Yes, we have mending. Instead of doing a sane episode 3 where we finish off our village interiors like we should here in our hardcore world, what if instead we spend our time expanding our empire and building an insane castle iron farm? Totally episode 3 content, right? But of course, to do this crazy project, we have a lot of work cut out for us, starting with getting some mending books. That's 34. We can go and buy our first mending book. Yes! And with that, we have ourselves our 2 diamond pickaxes with mending and healed all right up, and our diamond axe. I guess that means that we have to start tackling this huge resource list. A list which also includes 48 stacks of green terracotta. Who am I, guys? 48 stacks. I don't have room for this in my inventory. Now, one of the things that we're definitely going to have to be building a farm for is a cactus farm. We have 48 stacks of green terracotta that we're going to have to make, and that is not naturally generated. So I'm thinking we're just going to put a cactus farm right here underneath of our cows. is going to be loud, but we have a bunch of farms here anyways, so you know what? I'm sure it does not matter. Well, it's a cactus farm. It has not produced anything yet, so we're going to hope that it does, because I gotta finish filling this up. Doesn't look very pretty, but hopefully it is functional. I mean, really, can you mess up a cactus farm? I don't think so. We better make this at least a little bit pretty. That'll work. It's not as flamboyant as the rest of the builds around here. It doesn't need to be crazy. All we need is a door. We kind of have to wait. Cactus is going to take a while to grow, but I'm also thinking we don't have to wait for all of it to grow. We do have to go to the mesa anyways, which will have some cactus. So maybe we head that direction and go get our first load of terracotta. We made it home and we have our inventory very full. I just took out sugarcane and the cactus, so we are left with all of this. So I did bring home 4 orange terracotta, and it's just because I didn't want to leave a huge mess at the mesa. I just was like, let's just shave it all off. But that is only 21 stacks of terracotta. Let's head back and get another load. I did it. We have all of the terracotta we're gonna need. And honestly, guys, that wasn't as bad as I thought. While we wait for the cactus to grow, I think we should go and chop down a whole bunch of trees. While that may have only been about 10 seconds for you guys, that was 2 hours of chopping trees. And I don't even know if I have enough yet. But I am thinking most of the resources right now I've been putting into my house, but that means I'm still going to have to move them up to our build site, which is up past the trees. I have grabbed some chests and we're going to start laying them out here. I honestly don't know how many we're gonna need. You know, I really wish we had a sheep farm. I need 5 stacks of this stuff, guys, and I keep coming back and forth. It's taking so long. One of the other things that we're actually gonna need is shroom lights, which means a trip to the nether, maybe? Good thing we got our gold pants, and hopefully everything will be fine once we get in there. Okay, don't look at Enderman, just collect these. Okay, that is pretty close to what we need, and probably a little bit extra. I've also completely turned myself around and made myself lost. Uh-oh. Nope. Oh, not good, guys. I looked at an Enderman, guys. This is not good. I know for a fact that you have not forgotten. There you are. I knew you didn't forget about me. Okay, we are out of here. While we wait for the lovely cactus to continue growing, let's try and give our lovely mending villager a more peaceful and nice home. So I'm thinking we need to clean up the roof a little bit here. We are going to provide you a bed, sir. I know. I'm a nice person. There you go. You'll love your bed. Now, I don't really have bookshelves though right now, so you're going to have to deal with what I do have, which is some chiseled bookshelves. Hopefully that's all right for you. We can put a lantern right there for some more light. Okay, well, I mean, it's simple, guys. It's really simple, but it's also not awful. Okay, this is a very poor example of the library I am going to give you, but I don't have the resources, sir. But you know what? It's kind of cute. It's a little better than what you did have, right? You got lights, you got a bed, you can even sleep in here. Hello, villager? And now I'm losing villagers? My villager can't get out. Who killed him? Well, I do guess that that means one thing is going to have to change around here. If we lost that villager from in this building, we're going to need to safetify this up a little bit more. So let's go grab some spruce wood and some more cobble and mossy cobble and finish off the wall with fences around here and light it up. I think we did it, guys. I think we finally have this fully spawn proof, and hopefully we won't have things happen like that again where we lose a villager. Let's go check on how that cactus is doing. Unfortunately, we only have 3.5 stacks, and less than that actually, and we need 6. So we still got 2.5 stacks to go, which means we have to hang out in this area a little bit longer. And I think one of the best ways to hang out in this area is to start prepping villagers for moving. Okay, fingers crossed everything works well and we can get the villagers up here once the iron farm is actually built. This is where it's going to be sitting based on my calculations. So the beds will be sitting on this side over here, and hopefully we can convince the villagers that that's where they need to go. I have done it. We have gotten all of the resources for this castle build, which means it's time to build an iron farm. Guys, I think it's working. I think we had iron in there. Let me just go and double check. Oh yeah, 100%. We are getting iron, and that is amazing. And that was honestly fairly smooth. There we go. There's an iron golem. There was just a little bit of a problem with those 3 villagers there at the end, trying to jump out of their beds, but with the iron farm finished, that means it's time to start building our castle, and I am so excited to get this thing going. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I'm a little bit sick, but you know what? I think sickness will not prevent me from placing blocks. So let's jump into time-lapse mode and get this thing built up. This view is amazing. And yes, we are just all going to ignore my really funny sounding voice because I am quite sick. But, oh my goodness, guys, I love this build so much. And from the perspective here in our village, it looks incredible. Although I will recommend, don't ever do that without wings. No, that was not exactly a fun task of working on that without wings. Although I got really good at using my water bucket to drop down from it, so that's good. Now, I did do a little bit of decorating on the side of our road here up to the castle. I would like to put a few custom trees and probably a little bit more buildings around, but I don't have time in this episode to do it. But I think just even this little pathway with a few rocks and leaves on the outside just makes it look a little bit more elegant. But oh my goodness, I am so happy with how this has turned out. You really need the perspective from further away to really grasp like what it's looking like and like the shadow effect that I tried to use. But look at that. That is gorgeous. I love it so much. But before I completely lose my voice here, this build has been an absolute blast to design and build for you guys, so I cannot wait to share even more here in the hardcore world of some brand new builds and ideas that I have moving forwards. It has been entirely too long since the last hardcore video where we built this impressive iron farm castle. But we're back with a whole lot to do. If building this castle taught us anything, it's that a whole lot more automation is needed for future build projects. And I think I know the perfect farm to start with. But before we actually start clearing the ground and making our wool farm, there are a few things that I need to show you. If you watched my previous episode, you will know that at the end of it, I was quite sick. And I fully lost my voice. But that didn't prevent me from actually getting a little bit of work done here in our trading village. I did a little bit of expansion and tried to get a few more villagers around. I have replaced the farmer villager in here with a new one. And I have extended some pathways up this direction so that eventually I can build another building up here. And if we take a look down this direction, I have also fixed off our garden space back here and added in another building. There is no interiors in any of these buildings. They just exist at this moment. I did put a bed in here though, because I had too many on me and my inventory was full. But I think it's looking kind of cute, and it was a way to hide the huge cobble wall in the back. And I am loving the expansion. But what I am not loving is the fact that many of these buildings have no interior. So I think before we start in on our wool farm, let's see what we can do about getting this farmer villager a full interior and maybe even a couple of friends. We have the 3 villagers in their little home now, but I've had my moment to fix up the lovely interiors of our villager houses, and now I think we need to get working on the sheep barn. And I do believe I have decided where we're going to put it. You see this lovely area? We might be able to put it here if we clear down a little bit of space. So we now have ourselves an open space here for our sheep farm. I've dug it down quite a bit towards the back there. I don't think we need all of this space, of course, because I do believe we only have 16 colors that we need. There's currently 14 blocks here for the sheep, or like spacing for the sheep. But yeah, we're gonna have to kind of reposition and try and figure out the best spacing method to get all of the colors in here. Sirs, you are not welcome in my home. I don't care what you think, you're just not welcome. Nope, that's very rude. I think I have finally come up with the way that I want this area to be designed. So we are going to have each of the colors denoted by the proper glass color, and I do need to bring in some more glass. This is all I have of each of these colors. But we're gonna have that, and then we are going to have this spruce kind of framing to each of them. And yeah, we'll just have to move this direction with the rest of it and hope everything will fit in, because I definitely haven't measured. Now, if you are making a sheep farm yourself, super simple. All you need is an observer facing the grass block right there. I know this is not grass yet, it will happen eventually. And on top of it, you need a dispenser with a bunch of shears inside, and then you just need a block on the back with a piece of redstone. And that just means that whenever the sheep there in the center decides to eat the grass from that block, it will signal the observer, which will then trigger the redstone to make the dispenser work and shear the sheep. And then to actually collect all the wool, you would just make a space underneath, and you would typically put like a hopper mine cart right underneath of that block, which would pick up the wool and deposit the wool wherever you decide to put it from there. Did that make sense? I don't know. I'm no redstone genius, but that's how I understand wool farms. But this does mean that now that we have this space kind of set out and a mock-up of how we want this to go, we do need to expand this out a number more places. Here's to hoping that I did the math right and we're actually gonna have enough space for all of this. I have run into two problems. Number one, I do not have any string to make bows to therefore make dispensers, except for the 2 dispensers that I have back there. So I don't really know how to solve that one because I don't really have a spider farm around here anywhere or places that we can get spiders. So we're gonna have to figure something out there. And the other thing that I'm out of is sand. So I'm gonna have to go and mine a bunch because I need some more glass to finish off the glass enclosures for all of the sheep here. This is looking really good. I added up a little bit of color there on the top, and all I really need to do now is add in a roof line and kind of finish the decorations here on the front. But I do think before we get to the decoration piece, I should probably figure out how each of these wools are going to be collected because I definitely don't have that. On both of the sides, I have a little bit of a walkway so I can get into each of the sheep whenever I need to. And I changed up the back here so we can put the redstone block or the redstone dust right here. Somehow, in all of the time that we have been here, I haven't stolen leads from a trader yet. So yeah, this might be a little bit interesting to try and get the sheep down into the places they need to go. I've made holes. Hopefully nothing else falls down into them and that we can get this done fairly easily. Get out here, sheep. I know you want to. Come on, just one at a time, one at a time. Right about there. Yep. Right in that lovely spot right there. Yep. You're doing good. Right there. Perfect. Okay, you took some damage. You know what? I guess I'm sure it's fine. Well, there we go. We have all our sheep inside of their little homes. However, they are not dyed the proper color, so we need to go and get ourselves some dyes. We have to go and get ourselves some shears to fill up the back, and we have to place down these 16 redstone dusts that are currently in my inventory, and then we can call this project of sheep wool farm complete. Oh, actually, we have to decorate the outside of the build. Then we can call it complete. It's working. We got ourselves some lovely naked sheep. So that is awesome. We have all of the shears that we needed in each of these, and I placed the redstone dust down there. And this will just keep working. And whenever we need wool, we can come over here. Oh my goodness, this is so nice to have. But now we got to figure out how to finish the decoration of the outside because this still doesn't look quite nice enough. I am extremely happy with what we were able to accomplish with the sheep barn. Like, look at the terraforming. I took a little bit of inspiration from the one chunk challenge that I did for the month of December, and oh my goodness. I think this turned out super nice, especially with all those azalea bushes and the rocks along the side. And of course, we've got a bunch of moss up here and roses, and oh wow, it is looking so pretty, overgrown, and absolutely amazing. And if we take a look at it here from our village, oh my goodness, look at that. We got the beautiful sheep barn with all the fantastical colors and the castle in the background. Oh, I love it. This has turned out way better than I could have hoped for. Last week, we built this absolutely gorgeous overgrown sheep farm here in our hardcore Minecraft world. which has definitely inspired me for a full biome transformation. But in order to do that, we are definitely going to need a couple of farms to get all of the resources necessary to transform our entire biome here. One farm is going to involve transforming this cave here behind me, and the other farm involves the interior of this castle, which we definitely never finished. So of course we have the iron farm in this part, but we have a lot of space up above this area. So the next time you see me, we are going to have a moss farm built up, and yeah. I understand the concept behind moss farms in the sense that they need a stone generator and the moss and the bone meal and that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna need a tutorial to build this, so I will leave all of the info in the description below and you guys can check it out. Well, I told you the next time you see me I would have a moss farm made. I don't. Definitely do not. But as I've been looking here and trying to fit in the moss farm that I want to build in this area, I've realized it's not going to fit. So we're going to have to fit a different farm up here. So I'm thinking that we could build our moss farm right here and cover it with some type of building. I'm not sure what, because this was not in the plans today, but I do think that this is going to fit in this area so much better than trying to fit it into the castle. Okay, the first test run of this machine seems to be working. I don't have a storage system set up, so it keeps just shooting out these extra bits to me. But I think it's working, which is really nice. We got the moss happening down here. We've got the water system flushing it out every so often. Okay, it's easier to see in free cam. But yeah, so we got the trapdoors letting the water down, flushing out the system, and then as the water flows by and the items flow by, some are picked up into this hopper, which then produce more bone meal to hopefully make enough bone meal to make this self-sufficient. At least that's the hope, and I'm hoping that that's what's gonna happen. I do believe this is now fully working. I had made a mistake. I think it was my mistake, not the tutorial's mistake. But yeah, I needed to add one more wall, otherwise the items were getting caught up on the block that I had here at the end. But I mean, so far it looks like it works. We are getting a bunch of moss here down. We're not getting any of the others yet, but that's because I had very few azalea bushes in there to begin with. Now it's time that we figure out how to decorate this. The base of the build is complete. We have some lean-to and the square building. We also, on the roof here, I put in the diorite slabs, so it kind of looks like the roofs over here. Kind of just trying to match it a little bit, but it doesn't really have enough detail for me, so we're gonna work on that a little bit here. I want to cut down some more azalea trees so we can get some of the azalea bushes and really just make this feel a lot more overgrown, like we have our sheep barn right here. Well, hello there. I'm pretty sure that this is the first woodland mansion that we've come across here in our world. And I'm just out because I'm trying to find some sunflowers. And I just looked around the corner and what should we see? A giant woodland mansion. At some point we'll need to come and actually, you know, explore that, but I don't think we're ready for that yet. Oh boy. It looks like I haven't been anywhere out here because there's a mangrove swamp, which is definitely the first mangrove swamp that I have seen in this world. So we're gonna head over here because I think I have space in my inventory, and we're gonna grab some mud. It'd be really nice to build with some mud. 6 stacks of mud and some muddy mangrove roots. You know what? It's a start. I have no plans for using it anytime soon, but I kind of like having it around. Well, the trip was a little bit of a bust in terms of finding sunflowers, but you know, we do have a lot of roses up here, so maybe we just continue using that. What I'm thinking is I want to fill this whole front yard with flowers and actually make a bit of a garden from it. I am loving this so far. We are just running out of bone meal, so we're just gonna wait for a minute, but I do want to put in the lovely beehive. There should be bees in there. I promise you there should be bees. Yep, I hear bees. So yeah, you'll see like the smokestack through them, but if we ever need honey, we'll have at least a starter until the bees disappear, because, well, bees have a tendency to just fly away randomly and not come back. You know, when I first built that building, all of this was in survival, and I was kind of like, do I really like it? It seems super plain, but now we actually added on like this lean-to here in the front with like the storage and the leaves all covering it, and of course this flower garden in the front. Love it so much better, and I think it turned out really nicely. Oh yeah. Look at that, that's so pretty. But for now, I think it is time to go on to the next farm that I wanted to make. What I would like to do here in this cave is to clear out all of the dirt and the grass, leave it all cleared out with stone, texture it up, fill in the holes, make it actually feel like a cave, and this will be where I cut down our mushrooms. And it should work out really nicely because, well, it's going to be dark and enclosed, so even if I didn't have pot soil, I could still grow the mushrooms. They won't grow too tall because of the top of the cave, and I think it'll just work out really nice for a decoration around the farm. Step number 1 in making this cave a cozy place for our mushroom farm is clearing up all of these holes. Okay, this is starting to look better. Now for step number 2, where we're going to clear out all of this dirt. Okay, so this is starting to look better, definitely full of stone. Obviously, we still need to do all of the texturing for the walls and the like, but it's starting to actually look like a fully enclosed cave. So far, this is looking amazing. I love the overgrown feel, and of course we got a beautiful little pond there in the back and a cute little geode here on the side, and I think it's gonna work perfectly for what we want. But there's a couple more things I need to do. First off, I definitely do not want the torches around. They're needed for, you know, like to prevent spawning at this moment, but I want to add in maybe a few lanterns on some fence posts or something along the side. I don't know, we have to figure something out. I would also like to do a couple of tiny mushroom trees, which means we're gonna have to grow a few mushrooms because I don't have any red mushroom block. But first, I want to add in a little bit more texturing with a little bit of coarse dirt. And now let's figure out some light situation. How would I do this? I think I'm just gonna have to place blocks and see what happens. But basically, just have a bit of a crawling fence here, maybe? And then you have the lantern right there, and then maybe we put one up higher. Actually, I kind of like that. I'm gonna continue adding in a few more details here and try and get it look really nice and get a platform there in the center for us to actually grow our mushrooms, and then we can start building a few custom mushroom trees. I added a couple of more fancy things as I decided to go and get some pickles. Some sea pickles here to light up the area a bit. And as I was traveling, I did come across a lush cave, which meant we got some glowberries and a lovely, what are those things called? I've forgotten now, but you know, those pretty flowers with all the particles. So yeah, and a few little roots here and there, and I think this place is looking so adorable. Oh my goodness, the stupid pillagers, they come back here all the time. Of course, you're all following me, I understand that. Excuse me, sirs? Ow, that's 4 hearts of damage. I'm not dying to pillagers. Goodness. I'm fine. Everything's fine. They were not welcome here, and I showed them why they weren't. Okay, let's test this. We got some bone meal. So we can place our mushroom there. And bone meal. Thank you. Okay, that's adorable. Like, obviously some of them are gonna go higher, but oh, I really like that. Now, we don't have Silk Touch on our diamond axe, which does mean we're going to be doing it the slow way, unfortunately. But I do want a few of these because I would like to make some of those small mushroom trees kind of back there in the corner and stuff. I don't know. I think it could just look really cute. Oh my goodness, adding in these mushroom trees makes this look adorable. I love it. I love it so much. I'm kind of wondering if like another mushroom tree up top there could work out all right. So what I'm thinking is we'll do mushroom blocks here and then maybe something like a so. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I really love that. And if we just grow ourselves a mushroom right here for the final decoration piece. Oh, that's gonna be so nice. I really like that. Oh my goodness, we have been so very productive today and gotten a lot of the farms necessary to build up the rest of the terraforming around here. Last episode, we built this beautiful moss farm complete with those cute little bees. We also created this cozy mushroom growing cave for future terraforming projects. But we are now getting close to day 400 here in our hardcore world, and it is time to start being brave and think about fighting that dangerous dragon. But before I get brave and head on into the nether, we are going to do some work around the base and finish off this village project. Last episode, I mentioned wanting to build a new building up here on this area and expanding our gardens. I also want to cover that cobblestone monstrosity over there with something pretty. I think I have come up with a build palette for our brand new house up there, and it is going to involve a few brown mushrooms, which I don't really have any. I think I have like 3 blocks. And while I did spend a little bit of time in the zombie spawner trying to get ourselves some Silk Touch, it was not working. So we're gonna use our pickaxe, which is a little less efficient, but you know what? We're gonna make it work and it'll be fine. Brown mushroom blocks have been acquired. Now let's go and find some mud. I picked some up on my last little trip around this area when I found a mangrove swamp, and I think it would make a really cool block palette if we made some pack mud and some pack mud bricks. Now, do we have enough wheat for this? That could work out, and we can always come back and get some more. But we have our brown mushroom blocks, we have mud bricks, some pack mud, and I think that's pretty good. We are going to use some deep slate on the bottom portion for like the foundation for the roof. I think we're just going to do the same thing we've been doing, which is deep slate tiles. And while I'm tempted to do some mangrove wood, we don't have any chopped down yet. So instead, why don't we take some jungle logs and we might incorporate that into our build palette as well. So first off, we want to lay down our foundation. So we have ourselves a square, but a square is, well, kind of boring. So we're gonna change it up a little bit here. What if we extended this one just a little bit? And now we just start building it up. And I'll come back through and texture it after I've built it out. So now we need to start doing the rest of the building. So we're gonna grab our brown mushroom blocks, our mud bricks, and our packed mud. Yes, this is gonna look a whole lot better. Now that the rain has stopped, it's time to put in the roofing. We don't have much, but let's see what this is gonna look like if we did add in a bunch of diorite on the rooftop here. Oh, that could work. Yep. Okay, this is gonna work. I need more diorite though. So I did grab the diorite and went ahead and finished off the roof lines here, which I think are looking pretty decent. And I even started carving out a little bit of a window shape. And I think we're going to use a lot of jungle for the accents to this build. That could work. Everything is kind of blending in a little bit, but I don't think that that is a bad thing. We need to make all of this into a field of some sort. We have wheat, potatoes, there's a little carrot down here and a bigger carrot up there. I really want beet. And I can't remember if we actually came across a beet seed in our travels. Good, we have 2 beetroot seeds. I just figure we better start the beet seeds now since we do only have 2 of them. And then we can finish decorating the house while they're growing and I'm spending some time harvesting and planting. So we now have ourselves our lovely beet garden. Those will grow up as we continue the decorations. And now I want to pull all of the grass out down here and I want to replace it with some jungle wood. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And our jungle door, perfect. So I'm gonna make an interior for it, just not right now and quite possibly not on camera. But so far I am super happy with this cute little house. I don't know, I think this really fits into what we've done here and it does kind of finish it off with that building up there. Well, it does appear that I may have broken my villager breeder. I don't understand what's going on. They aren't breeding right now, and I did watch for a bit and they had angry particles. And why they would have angry particles when there's 4 beds here and everybody else in the village already has beds is beyond me. I don't really understand what is going on. I left my bed down here just to see if that would help to have 1 extra bed. But I did stay up last night just to make sure all of my villagers were sleeping in their beds, and I did have to break the beds that I had placed up here because 2 of the villagers here seemed to have attached themselves to it. But once I broke those, they went to sleep. So I don't really understand. And we're short a few villagers. We also seem to have an iron golem spawned into that building down there. Don't entirely know why, but you know what? I guess we have a new iron golem. But other than that, I mean, besides the fact that our villager breeder isn't working right now, we do actually have villagers in basically all of the buildings. The other house I was going to fill up was this one, which is why we have the rail. But if I can't get villagers to breed, this is going to be a little difficult. And I do have to decide what type of villagers we'll have up here. So I'm going to fit 4 into this building. It's just a matter of deciding what job blocks. And the last building I have yet to fill up is this one. And I actually forgot about this one, but there's no interior yet. I still have to do that. So I'm gonna quick do an interior for this building, see if while I'm waiting, these villagers will finally breed again. And yeah, we'll see. Okay, I've done the interior here a little less on the lines of, hey, more villagers are gonna move in and I just created it so that there would be an interior. We have somehow spawned a second iron golem. So, you know, good thing the villagers' mechanism for protecting themselves is working. Irregardless, we are going to get building over here on the hillside. And I have definitely been struggling knowing how to cover that and what to do, and I'm still not entirely sure. So I'm going to test a few things out, and you guys are going to watch a beautiful time lapse of what I decide. This is looking really cute. I'm super happy with how it turned out. I decided to connect our little water wheel and waterway from up in the mountains all the way down to this river. I need to fix this river eventually because it doesn't quite make it all the way over to the main river there, and I also covered it here so it doesn't make it to that river either. So at some point I'll try and figure out a way to better make this into a river, but for now I think just the simple act of connecting the two really just helps this place so much. Now, could this tower use a little bit more detailing with maybe some cracked stone bricks as well as some mossy stone bricks? Yes, and I might come back in and do that at some point. But just having a tower to cover over that ugly zombie bubble vader, I think just makes it look so much nicer in this area, and having this little bridge connecting up to our zombie area. Yeah, I really like it. I really like how it turned out. But now that we have finished all our build projects for today's video, guys, it's time to be brave and head on into the Nether and do the thing I said I was gonna do at the beginning of this video. Now, I don't know about you, but we have to go and, you know, kill a few blazes and get a few blaze rods. And since this is hardcore, there's a little bit safer ways to do this than just heading right straight in. So I think I'm gonna go see how much gold I have, and we're gonna go trade with a few piglins. Unfortunately, we only have a half stack of gold ingots. It's not a lot. We're gonna see how much we'll actually get from the piglins with the ingots that we do have, and hopefully they'll give us at least a couple of potions of fire resist. Well, that was a complete bust. We got a water bottle out of that. I want fire resist. We're not going to the fortress without fire resist, so I guess that means we're going mining. Well, after another trading with the piglins, I have 1 potion of fire resist, but we got a few other soul speed books in here and quite a lot of other stuff. Because I had, I don't know, I think it was about 50 more ingots of gold. So kind of disappointing that we only got the 1 fire resist potion, but we're gonna have to try and make it work. I caved, guys, and I went to the mesa and grabbed a whole bunch of gold, so we have 3.5 stacks that I'm now gonna cook up, and we are going to go back into the Nether and try and get those piglins to give us a little bit more potions of fire resist. After trading most of the 3.5 stacks of gold, we're left with 46 ingots here, and we have 4 fire resist potions of 3 minutes, which I think is really decent, and I might just go along with it. So I think let me head home, empty my inventory, and then we will come back to that lovely fortress right there and see what we can do about getting ourselves some blaze rods. Okay, we're gonna have to dodge and weave everything under the sun around here because apparently we have friends. Oh my goodness, way too many friends. And I think there's a guy behind me. Oh my goodness, that was wild. Okay, I'm fine. Oh boy, I am not looking forward to this one. So we are here just before the fortress, and I do think that I am going to actually dig this direction and try and go in the side of the fortress. Okay, there we go. We have a location. Terrible fortress. We got this. And it looks like there is a blaze down there who might greet us. And the fire won't hurt us, dude. We are immune. And we also have looting 3 on this, which is awesome. Which means we got blaze rods too. Okay, this is working well. I hear so many sounds here. I don't love it. Okay, we got our first nether wart. Okay, these 3-minute things don't work very fast. I only have 2 blaze rods, so I 100% need more. Hi guys, yeah, it's okay. Perfect. That is 17. That is more than enough, guys. We are gonna get out of here. Dude, wow, Wow, he really hurts hard. We did the deed, we went to the Nether Fortress, and I'm so happy to be done for now. Well, now that we have our lovely ender pearls and blaze rods, I guess the only thing left to do is make these into ender eyes and go and find the stronghold so we can beat the dragon. But that's gonna have to wait until a next video because we are way out of time for this one. I've had a crazy idea. Most people call the dragon fight easy, but I'm in hardcore and my experiences fighting the ender dragon has been mostly with other people on SMPs. So to ensure my survival, I think we're gonna go back to that totally not dangerous woodland mansion and try and get our lovely friends to drop us a couple of totems of undying. It's crazy, but if I can pull it off, it's going to be totally worth it. Now, I don't remember exactly where the woodland mansion is. I think it's somewhere that direction, so we're gonna have to go back and find it. However, before we leave, there is something I would like to do. So I just spent a little bit of time, and when I say a little bit, I mean like 5 minutes, trading with the librarian villagers, and I've realized something. I would really like to level them up so I can see what other books they have, but we need paper to level them up, and currently this is my sugarcane situation. Plus, we are going to the end to battle the dragon in today's video, which is great, but I also want to go get wings, which means we kind of need rockets, which means we need paper from sugarcane and gunpowder from creepers. So what if I make for myself even more work in today's video and we build ourselves a beautiful sugarcane farm and hopefully even a gunpowder farm, so we'll have all the rockets we need to fly everywhere in this world. Now, I am not really sure where we would put a farm like this, but we were going to build our moss farm inside of this lovely castle that we had until we realized it was too small. I think we can totally build a really good sized sugarcane farm for all our sugarcane needs. Now, sometimes I like to pretend that I know what I'm doing when it comes to redstone. I don't. I really don't. And I feel like you should know that by now if you watch my channel for a little bit. I really know barely anything about redstone. But I always like to tell myself that sugarcane farms are super easy and there's no worries. I can just do this without a tutorial. So we're gonna pretend that I can do it without a tutorial and we're just gonna go for it and see what happens. I have made a hole right here because I want all of the materials, meaning the sugarcane, to fall down here and then we'll catch it in a hopper. We're gonna have a water stream right here, which means we are going to need a water stream that is 8 blocks long. I think that's how far water runs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means we are then going to want our sugarcane right on this side. We need our lovely pistons facing this way, but obviously back one. And they need to be up one. So our pistons need to go there. Now for the observers. If I remember correctly, I think I can just place the observer this direction. So it's like looking at this level. If we have the observer facing our lovely sugarcane, and then we have a line of redstone going back here. But these obviously aren't firing, which means I think we need to lift these up one. Please tell me that this will work. Redstone along the top, place a sugarcane. There we go. Okay, it works, but we have a issue that it continues going. Well, that was a lot easier fix than I thought it was going to be. Basically, I just needed to move this down one and not have it up. And I don't know, I put the redstone over here, seems to be working. So we are going to leave it like that. I am going to continue layering this up and hopefully getting all the redstone properly and corrected. And hopefully that means that we will start getting some sugarcane. Okay, it doesn't look pretty, guys, but it is functional and it works. And you know what? It's in a pretty castle, so we don't need to worry about the fact that the actual farm itself is not super pretty. But now it's time to head down and see what we can do about making ourselves a storage system down here at the bottom. And this is our storage setup. It is pretty simple, nothing wild and crazy. Basically, the sugarcane drops down into these hoppers and is then filtered down into these chests. So we have 6 sugarcane right now, and I think while that continues to fill up, we start planning out where we're going to put our creeper farm. We're actually going to put the creeper farm over here near our zombie farm. Now this is not going to be a super efficient farm because let's be real, I would have to do a lot of lighting up of caves down below to actually get that to be super efficient. But it is just me in this world. And I think even without being super efficient and all the caves lit up, we are going to have more than enough gunpowder for our own needs. Now all we need for our lovely creeper farm is another cat. So we have Jelly, but we need one more so we can breed some. And I know I've had a couple of cats spawn in up here. So I'm kind of hoping if I hang out around this area, we'll have another one spawn in and then we can breed up cats for the actual farm down there. So we'll come back and we'll breed those up a few times. And while I'm doing that, let's get to work building up the actual creeper farm. This is gonna be a pretty decent sized creeper farm. And I'm hoping I can make it work with covering it with something pretty right here. I am also going to go up 2 layers just to try and get a few more creepers spawning in than just like 1 layer, which I did in my single player world. Layer number 1 is done. I do something a little bit different and I add the trapdoor lower just so the cats are a little bit more protected from creepers coming to push them around. But we have layer number 1 in. Now it's time to layer this up 1 more and do it all again. We have our box of creepers, hopefully. Not yet, we're gonna have to make an AFK platform. And I don't love doing this without wings, but I do want to test that this is working before we pretty all of this up and build a beautiful building over top of it. So that means we have to go up 120 blocks from here in order to actually get the spawns happening. Oh my goodness, I hate this so much being so high. Okay, we're gonna call this my AFK spot. We're going to lay out some glass for all the coziness we got going on here. And normally you would have a door. I don't have a door, so we're going to use trapdoors because why not? And I want to stand here and use my lovely free cam just to see if we're at the right level because I might have to drop down or something. Like that's 120 pieces of scaffolding. But we need to make sure creepers are coming in and creepers are not despawning before they reach this area. Okay, nope, they are being burnt. Perfect. I am gonna hang out here in my lovely AFK spot for, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. I need to go have lunch, so I would like to go do that, and maybe we'll AFK during that time. Well, it's been about 2 Minecraft days since I stood up there, and it is time to head down and see how much gunpowder we ended up with here. Oh my goodness, guys. That is way more than I expected. Well, there we have the build completed. It's a lot bigger than I really expected this to be. But you know what? We're gonna make it work. I have moved the road over a little bit just to try and make it feel a little less crowded. I added some leaves, of course, all the way around there. Eventually the scaffolding will come down because we'll do the AFK spot, make it pretty, and you know, I can just fly up there or something. We'll get rid of that, but for now, it is necessary. But other than that, hey, it's covered and it's semi-pretty. Now, this is where we actually go to get the gunpowder, and well, that's not so pretty. I don't know. I really don't know what to do with this. I kind of feel like I want some more decorative entrance than just this random staircase as you're coming through this tunnel here. But you know what? We'll have to figure it out later. For now, hey, we got ourselves a gunpowder farm that has been prettified, and now we can start heading to that mansion for the Totem of Undying. Well, I made my way back, a little bit on the opposite side to where we found this before, but we are here, and it is time to be brave and take this thing on. Now we are in hardcore, and I do not really have great, you know, PvPE, whatever the words are, skills. So I will be cheesing this. We will go up to the roof and get the guys from there rather than going through the front door. Okay, we are on the roof. What is the best way to go about this? Wow, I've actually never seen a room like that. That's kind of fun. With lava flowing in it and obsidian everywhere. So those are both Vindicators. I don't see any of the other guys here. This is a problem. I didn't mean to do that. Such a janky fix to this. Guys, I'm being careful, okay? We need to be careful here. No. Oh, this is our problem. We can't die to those guys. Okay, I think that destroyed him, but now we have to actually get down there and get our stuff. Nope, they're still angry. Okay, can we get down safely and get our stuff and get out of there? I got it. I got one. Yay. Oh my goodness, guys, we have a totem of undying. Okay. Okay. Got that guy. Everything's fine. Where's his friends? Right there. You hit me from behind, dude. Oh my goodness gracious. They hit so hard. Okay, we're gonna choose it like the last one, I guess. 2 lovely. Lovely totems of undying, which is more than enough for the task at hand, and we are getting out of here. Hopefully I can just do this. See? I know how to do water bucket jumps, it's fine. We made it home, and I have gotten rid of everything in my inventory except the necessary things that we are going to need for our lovely dragon fight. Now, I don't really know how this is gonna go. Nope, I'm a little bit nervous, but we are going to try it and hope for the best, guys. I still have so much that I want to do in this world, but I really, really, really want to be brave and go fight the dragon. Now, one thing that I have noticed that I have not grabbed is a pumpkin. I am going to use a pumpkin on my head for safety from the Enderman. I do have the resource pack on my world here so we can look through and not see the pumpkin face. So I just prefer to do it this way. I think it's, it is not. Okay, well, we need to get that resource pack working. Okay, we got it working. There we go. So now we have the pumpkin overlay being no overlay, which is going to be perfect. It does mean that we don't have quite as much armor while we're fighting the dragon. Hoping that's going to be okay, and that the benefits of not having Enderman also attacking me will overshadow the fact that I'm 1 short on the armor, and there's nothing left to do but throw an ender pearl and hope for the best. We gotta go that way. Ooh, we went past it. And that one broke too. Man, all of them are breaking today. That's okay. That's kind of surprising because our base is just right there. I guess it's really not surprising. We base really far away from spawn. Okay. Still this way. No, it is literally right here. Okay, this is actually epic. This is on the other side of our base. Like, we didn't even have to wander very far. Oh, there we go. Okay, we found it. Oh, I spy. Oh my goodness, guys. We're right on top. Okay, we can't be hit by those guys. And I want to break that spawner. Perfect. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how close this thing was to our base. It's completely empty though. And are we ready to open it? It's open. Oh my goodness. Well, if this is the end of my hardcore series, then, well, you know what? It's fine. We did a lot of stuff and, you know, we're proud of it, right? Let's stop waiting and let's go. Good, we're inside. Ooh, actually, I like that. Got that one too. Woo! It's fine. I did it! I did it! That is so loud in my ears. We did it! Yes! I hate it. I hate the dragon fight. I am so thankful when it is over and we don't have to deal with it anymore. Oh, and of course, it goes through the portal, which means it's gonna be back at spawn. But we do have all the resources and materials to go and get ourselves, well, some lovely wings. Oh, that's not terrifying at all. Why would you put me on the edge like that? And now we're on an island? Ooh, but there's a city right there. Although, I think that's just a tiny guy. Okay, sweaty hands, do your work. Why is this part of the game? Okay, that's a baby city, but I kind of feel like we should go that direction. Shulker boxes are not the intention on this trip, wings are. There's a ship, right there, I see it. Is looking like the ship is over land, which does make my task a little bit easier, because what I would like to do is pillar straight up from the bottom. Now we do have our totem of undying, so if somehow we get knocked off this pillar or something like that, we at least have one more chance at life. We can just hit him a few times. And we got him. Oh my goodness, guys. Wings are in our grasp. This is so exciting. And I've done it all in hardcore. And wings, sky's the limit. Oh yeah, let's go. So we brought our anvil for a reason. We are going to place it down, put our wings in, put our book in. And we have mending and unbreaking wings, which is gonna be so much more helpful. And if I can cheese this guy here, that'd actually be really nice. We just grab that, perfect. We can get out of here with our wings and go for our first fly. Yay, this is so exciting. Oh my goodness. Guys, hardcore Minecraft, I did it. I fought the dragon and I won. Let's go home via this one. And you know what? At a future date, maybe Callie will be brave enough to come back and get some more boxes of the shulker variety. But for now, I think we go home. And you know what we're gonna do as the newly crowned slayer of dragons? Well, we're gonna go for our first massive flight, and we're gonna go and get our dragon egg. Was that the egg down there below us? It is. There we go. We made it back to spawn, and oh my goodness, we have not been here for like ever. There we go. Perfect. We got it. We have wings, and it feels like a whole new world has opened up for us here in the hardcore world, and oh my goodness, guys. I am so incredibly excited. And what are we going to do with our newfound freedom with these lovely pair of wings? We're gonna make a home for our lovely new dragon egg, of course. And where, you may ask, are we going to put this beautiful dragon egg shrine? Well, on top of this mountain, in this cherry grove overlooking our beautiful town below. But before we start in and start chopping down some trees and gathering the resources for this build, I think we need to make a better way to get up here. And I did mention once that I was thinking of putting a staircase up in the back here to get up to that mountain. Because eventually I would really like to build some type of city up here. At least that's a current idea that I have for some builds. So if we could make a beautiful staircase traversing up this mountainside to our dragon shrine and eventual city, I think it could work out really well. Okay, well, we have the base of our staircase, but it needs to be decorated, and I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna go for the same decorations here in our village, just to make it actually feel like it's part of this area rather than just floating there. This is definitely looking better than it was before. However, we're not quite finished up at the top. And I do feel like I want to do something on the inside wall here. I'm just not entirely sure what. But I have run out of spruce wood. This is basically all that I have, so until I can go and chop down some more, we're gonna have to just leave this as is, but I think it's a good start, and at least we now have a walking path up to where I want to build our beautiful dragon egg shrine. But wait, why am I waiting to go and chop down some more spruce wood when we have wings? And we can simply take off and go for a fly over to the nearest spruce forest. Wherever that might be. I mean, I guess there's spruce wood over here, so maybe this is the nearest spruce forest. Or the nearest death trap, considering there's probably going to be a lot of snow in there. So, yeah, we're just going to keep flying. Here we go. This is going to be a whole lot safer. Well, after a little bit of chopping, we have for ourselves a whole bunch more spruce wood, which is amazing. However, while I was chopping, I have come up with some good ideas for our dragon shrine, which definitely means I'm going to go straight to there, and we're not going to be finishing up our walkway anyways. I will do that afterwards. I have grabbed a whole bunch of stone, and I'm just kind of situating myself here a little bit to try and figure out where we want to start this build. Somewhere in this range. So if we take our stone, we are going to be making ourselves a bit of an archway. That's not how we make the archway. Basically, what we are going to be trying to do here is to make ourselves a set of ruins for the dragon egg to sit inside of. I would like a structure that is 3 wide like that with a 3 wide interior. Not a 3 wide interior. You know what? We're gonna do a 5 wide interior. I think that will be better. Forget it. You know what? We have this in the wrong place. It's not gonna work. If this is, say, the center, 1, 1, 2, so that should be the edge right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that looks better. Okay, let's build up these. And we're going to end up with something a little bit like this. So very plain, there's nothing fancy about this yet. But I want to add in all of these arches first, and then we'll come in and decorate it. And the base shape is in. And I know it doesn't look like much, but we are definitely going to fix that. We are going to add in some lovely mossy stone bricks and cracked stone bricks and probably even some cobblestone and mossy cobblestone all around here, and even a little bit of amethyst blocks for the side. But that means we need to do a little bit of resource gathering. We don't really actually have that much stone left because I ended up using it all here for the beginning parts of this build. So I think we're gonna go mining for a little bit, get some stone and even some amethyst blocks and maybe even some cobblestone. I think we have our resources now. I got a bunch of stuff here in this lovely shulker box that we brought back from the end, and now it's time to go in and make these things look ruined. And that means I want to do a little bit of work here, breaking off some of the side pieces to kind of open cracks inside of this. And, well, I did do a little testing in the creative world, and let's just say it's a whole lot easier to break little holes in your work that you've done in a creative world than it is in the real world. So this might be interesting. But we're going to do something like this, and then we're going to take our blocks of amethyst, and we're going to replace it with the amethyst. Like so. So you kind of have like this amethyst crack inside of this tower. And then we're going to add in these magenta glass panes here along the sides to enclose it fully. I do want to make sure that we're adding some light in there, and I know we have torches on the bottom, but come on, you know what? We need a little bit extra. So I am just going to place shroom light because that's what we have. Once we have frog lights, yeah, I'll probably replace it with frog lights, but for now, this is gonna have to work. So now we're just gonna fill in the rest of the space with the magenta glass, and so that gives you kind of that like, it's like a geode crack here in the center. Then we are going to bring in our cracked stone bricks, our mossy stone bricks, and our regular stone bricks. And we are going to take the rest of the space around here and just start replacing it with these blocks. I do want to leave in a few of the regular stone in there, so we will definitely be doing that. And then here on the top, I want to angle this so it's even more broken. I don't really want like this straight piece on the top. Some slabs or stairs or even some walls up there could look really nice, but well, I don't have any of those on me, so we're gonna have to get those a little later. So if we take a step back, this is kind of what I am looking to do. Now, I think this side needs a little bit more of the stone brick action. I apparently missed a really large chunk of it, but I think once you get like down here and you have all of those, that's gonna look really nice against the pink cherry wood. So I'm gonna continue going. Maybe we'll jump into time-lapse mode and see what this will look like once we're all done. This is looking so epic. I really love how it came out. But right there in the center is where we're going to put the egg, the dragon egg, right there. And I think it's gonna look so cool. Now, I did do a little bit of work and added in some mossy cobble and just some cobblestone here on the bottom, just to kind of give it a little bit more stony effect. I kind of think we might add in a little bit more maybe around these pillars, just to really get that ruined effect. But so far, so good. This is coming together really nicely. Now, it's not done though. There is definitely some more ruined action I want to do. I don't want to add in any more stony structures, but I do think this area needs some of the cherry trees, but I don't really want to do just like regular vanilla cherry trees. I wouldn't mind trying for a little bit of custom cherry tree action around here. And I don't say that I'm like the best tree maker in any way, shape, or form, so I think I'm gonna play around with it for a little bit and just see if we can't come up with something that I kind of like around here, just to give it a little bit more of that, I don't know, overgrown look, and also still fits in with this beautiful cherry grove we've built in. But before we get to that, how about we go and place our beautiful egg right there in the center. So to put this egg in, we are going to need to use our string right there, and on top of that, we can then put the egg. So now it's situated in the center, and if we take a step back, it actually looks like it's just suspended and floating in there from the magic crystals, basically. Now I had better finish off the rest of these decorations, and I'll bring you back when it's all done. Look at that. Oh my goodness, guys. That came together beautifully. And I actually really like how I did those trees. I have transformed many things in Minecraft, including moving an ocean monument onto a floating island, turning a trail rune into an outdoor museum, completing a rebuilding of a woodland mansion, and even taking my spawn island and turning it into a giant volcano. And today, I'm tackling a new transformation by turning my stronghold portal into a gigantic outdoor library. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below with what other transformations you'd like to see me build. Before we can start this absolutely massive project, I think we had better go into the Nether and find some wither skeleton skulls so we can get ourselves a beacon. After all, this project is going to involve a lot of digging since we do have to unearth the stronghold portal. Before we head into the Nether, I am really curious just how long this project's actually going to take us. So checking out our days so far, we have spent 492 days in this world. So let's have some fun. Guess down below your predictions on how long this project is going to take me. Yes! Perfect. Yes! Number 2. Yes, we got 3, guys! Oh my goodness! 3, we can go and get ourselves a lovely beacon. Let's get on with this lovely wither fight. I think the easiest way to do it is to go down into the mines. I have leveled up a little bit, and I do have a potion of strength, and of course the golden apple. I don't really expect to have to use any of that. We got to build this thing up like that. And you know what? We're actually going to enlarge this a little bit. I don't think you have to, but I normally do have like space around all of it. Let us put this one down and that one down. And guys, this last one is going to make it go. So let's quick slurp that up. And I have faith in myself. Okay, he's half health. That's good. We did it! Yay! See, I knew it was gonna be simple. Let's go make ourselves a beacon. Okay, I think that was totally worth the time spent doing that because now we can go dig our hole without much problem and it'll be so much faster than doing it without the beacon. Oh, we've got our beacon set up and we got some placeholder markers right now for where I need to dig. Got a lot of diggy to do, so let's jump into time-lapse mode and get it done. Despite the fact that I apparently don't know how to math, we have the hole finally dug. Oh my goodness, guys. It's taken a long time. If we look at our day counter, it's taken over 100 days. We're at day 646. We started around day 500. So yeah, it's been kind of crazy. But once I realized that the sizing that I was originally doing was not going to work out with the spacing I had between these two mountains, well, we adjusted. And this is where we're at. So it's looking good, but guys, I've been digging for way too long and I need to go and do something else. And this thing right here behind me is going to be a library. And what do you need for a library? Well, bookshelves, of course. Now, we could go and trade with our villagers and grab for ourselves a whole bunch of bookshelves that way, but they do cost emeralds and I don't really have an easy way to get emeralds. But since this is a stronghold, and since I didn't actually explore it because we plopped right down into the end portal room, I figure maybe we could do a little exploration, get out of the digging, and yeah, see if we can't find for ourselves a library or two in this stronghold. Ooh, and the eye armor trim. Nice. Time to tear all down these books. Thankfully I got silk touch on my axe. And I just gotta say, future Callie here, this was not enough bookshelves by a huge margin. Okay, this is an amazing haul of bookshelves from those two libraries down in our lovely stronghold. But now that we've done a little bit of adventuring and dealing with some mobs, there is a few more resources we're gonna need to actually transform this area into a gorgeous library. First stop was the Nether to grab a whole bunch of netherrack. Now in the end, I didn't actually use the netherrack for nether brick, but I did get my first ancient debris, which is amazing. Then we moved on to get some shroom lights and a whole bunch of trees, azalea bushes, cherry leaves, and so many more resources. My friends, we have a bit of a problem. I was just coming up here to trade with my farmer villagers for some emeralds so I can get some glass. But I heard a noise. It's a witch. Guys, there's a witch in amongst all of these lovely peoples. And that means that somehow the thunderstorm turned them. I think I'm gonna have to wait till nighttime so the other guys are gone that I can then destroy the witch. Then we can get back to our task at hand. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Well, unfortunate, but I guess we're gonna have to figure out how we can get another farmer villager up here. We're back at our lovely project and I have an idea that I wanted to show you guys. First off, it's gonna involve a little bit of digging. Oh, this has been way too much digging, guys. My plan here is to try and make a little bit of a fog glass effect underneath of our portal. On the bottom, we are going to use light blocks, and the only ones I have is shroom light, so, well, that's just gonna have to work. Let's start laying in some glass. I honestly don't know if we've gone down far enough, but you know what? We're gonna have to just believe in ourselves. So if we lay out our first row of glass here on the bottom, then the next row needs to be up. I think there needs to be a space right there. But already, that's looking cool. Okay, let me go grab some more glass and finish this off, and we'll see what it looks like. And with that, we have some awesome progress here. I have all the bookshelves and chiseled bookshelves put into the sides. Bunch of different decorations, and I finally decided to do strip cherry wood and non-strip cherry wood as the walls. And oh my goodness, guys, this is looking so beautiful. And I even finished in this place down here with the fog glass effect, a little bit of black glass up top here, and staircases down so we can get easy access to the end. However, as you can tell, there is a whole lot more that we have to do. If we come over to this corner, I do have a staircase to go up to the next level. I have one here, and then I also have one in that corner. I don't really want to put them in every single corner, but I think opposite ends kind of look pretty good and should work out all right. However, you see the walls, our cherry wood? Yeah, that was one of the woods that I didn't really want a lot of when I was chopping it down because I didn't think I was going to be using it. However, now that we are, that means, well, we're going to have to go and chop down a whole lot more wood. Plus, I am actually almost out of bookshelves, so A trip to our lovely woodland mansion is going to be in order as well, so we can try and steal the bookshelves from there too. Oh, and surprise, surprise, this is also a, a lovely slime chunk, so I keep having to deal with slimes. And that wasn't something that I thought I would have to deal with, so I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do, because I don't really want the slimes constantly spawning in. We might need to bring some carpet and see maybe that will prevent them from spawning. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge a little bit later. I have filled this whole thing up with cherry logs. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do more, but that is at least full. And I kind of want to break from chopping trees. You know, there's only so much chopping you can do before you get kind of mad at it. So I think we're gonna head over to that woodland mansion and go and see how many bookshelves we can get from it. Got a few bookshelves, perfect. Now, of course, I chose to do this the very safe way. So that meant that I just basically started tearing down the woodland mansion, walking up high so that, you know, the Vindicators and the like wouldn't attack me. I feel like I've never seen a prison like that. It looks really different. Nor have I seen a room like this. We have for ourselves 45 bookshelves, which is 100% and not enough bookshelves. Nope. If the first level took, what was it, like, I think it was about 5 stacks of bookshelves. Obviously, I had some chiseled in there as well. We are going to have a whole lot more for all the rest of the levels because they gradually grow larger. So that means lots more wood chopping, lots of bookshelf making, and buying. It is now day 728, and we are still so lacking in the whole bookshelf range of things, and I'm not entirely sure what to do. I've done a little bit of work here trading with some villagers and also breeding some more villagers, so I've added a whole bunch more here into this building since it is the largest building that we have. And I got a bunch of toolsmiths and one weaponsmith here because they trade iron, and we have an iron farm that's producing a whole lot. So I've been able to get a whole bunch of emeralds that way, but the thing that is slowing us down a lot is the fact that we haven't actually, you know, lowered these guys' trades. So it's still the regular 9 emeralds for a bookshelf, which doesn't really help our case much. But I don't really have any setup made to lower all of the villagers' trades, and we have some wild iron golems around, so I'm not entirely sure that, you know, they're gonna survive their transformation. So I don't know, guys. I do not know. Bookshelves, definitely huge problem. Not entirely sure what to do, but I am kind of thinking that maybe we just get the rest of the build in with like the walls and the platforms and that kind of thing, and we'll come back through later and put in all the bookshelves. So why don't we just head into a fancy old time lapse and see how much of our build we can get built up. After many, very many days, we finally have ourselves a completed bare structure for our stronghold transformation. Hey guys, look at this. It is looking amazing. I am so happy with how it's come out. It's huge. Oh my goodness. And there is a lot of stuff we still need to do. The details up here that I would like. This top block of wood just kind of abruptly ends into the grass. And so I want to kind of temper it a little bit, probably bring in some mossy cobble and some moss and such. And I want in the corners at least, and probably a couple along the side, some pillars of wood, maybe stone, And then we're going to have some custom cherry trees all the way around to kind of enclose this place and make it feel like it's separated from the rest of the world around here. Oh my goodness, guys. I cannot believe how long this took me. It was wild, and I kept having to go back and collect even more wood. We are currently sitting on day 853. And yeah, I definitely am going to have to go trade with a whole lot of villagers to get enough bookshelves for this entire thing. So I don't really know. We might be here for a little while longer. I know for a fact that we are definitely going to need more bookshelves, probably more chiseled bookshelves, and a whole lot more. But you know what? I just really want to start this project, and we're going to see how far we can actually get with what bookshelves we do have. So up here on the second layer, this one, there is a lot of bookshelves. This one, we have less space to really work with. And what I think I would like to do with this layer is to have a couple of small tables right around this area and then a few bookshelves dotting the back wall. So maybe we just do something like this. And of course, on either of the sides, we are going to need some lanterns, which is why I made a whole bunch more of that. And then for this kind of table area right here, I think we just keep it super simple and probably go with a little bit of, I don't have all the blocks that I want here, but I am thinking just something like this and maybe have a trapdoor in the center. And then we just want two kind of chairs here on either side. And now that I'm looking at this, I don't think we're going to use dark oak for this. I think we should go and use some spruce wood. So we could do a simple table just like that. And then we need some chairs for people to sit in. I think that's too far away. And I don't know that doing spruce on spruce is really working out for us here. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm almost wondering, would potentially just like slabs work better? Or do we just keep it like this? Actually, I like that. So yeah, we'll just have a couple of small tables like this. We might put a flower pot or something on top, or maybe a book in a item frame. But yeah, we're gonna just try and make this level look a little bit like this area. This is so cute. I really, really love how this has come together, and I think this is going to work perfectly for these layers with the smaller place. And I do really like all of the little tables and chairs around here. It just makes sense that somebody's going to go to the bookshelves, pull out a book, and want to sit down and read it. But as you can tell, there's a whole lot more layers to go, so I best get busy. 3 layers down, 6 to go, and unfortunately, we are all out of bookshelves. Now, this layer that I just finished, I do believe I used a whole lot more chiseled bookshelf than I normally would, simply because I am so low on the bookshelves itself, and they are much harder to come by. But I did decide to add in a little bit of a seating area in a couple of nooks. So this area right here is a 5 wide space, so it just worked perfectly to do a little chair and table right there in the center. So I have that around in all of those smaller pieces here on this level, and I love it. So I need to go do some more trading with villagers for some more bookshelves, but I think before I head over there, I am going to do the base work for the rest of it. So that means adding in these shelves with the lanterns, and then I'm going to go and chop even more wood to get myself some more chiseled bookshelves and spend a lot of time trading. Number 1, I am 100% not finished this project. Oh my goodness, guys. As I've been going here, the time, oh, there is so much time spent here building and finding bookshelves and all the rest. And as you can tell there behind my head, yes, I switched to using just chiseled bookshelves all the way up until the very top. I don't have the resources to get all of the bookshelves that we need, which has made me realize something. As I've been going around here detailing the area, adding the leaves, there's a few other things that I would really like to add to this build that I just don't have the resources for. One of those is candles. I think it could really make this area look so much more magical if we added in a whole bunch of floating candles around, all lit and nice. Of course, it would be super nice to have actual bookshelves all the way up through instead of just chiseled bookshelves, or at least books that I can put into those chiseled bookshelves. And, well, some pots with some flowers or something else along the sides, or even inside of or on top of the tables could be really nice. Yeah, there is just a whole lot of things that I think could be really beautiful that I certainly do not have the resources for. And at this point, we're at day 900. Guys, we started on just before day 500, 492, I think, when we went to go and get the wither skeleton skulls. And I can't, nope, that's way too much content to put into one video. So we are gonna call it here, and next episode, we are gonna work on getting a bee farm set together so we can get candles, even a string farm for the candles as well, and maybe some dyes. I, of course, need to do the top of this build, and I want to connect it up with our home place, and so I want to put in a road. Oh my goodness, there is still so much that we need to do here at our lovely transformation project, but oh my goodness, I absolutely love how all of this has come together. Let's take a little bit of a walkthrough so you can kind of see how this works. So here you could go down the stairs, you know, if you don't have wings and you want to just enjoy the scenery walking through the library. But I do have staircases going up on opposite corners. And if I were to continue walking this direction, then you would have the next up staircase on the opposite corners. So that way it just kind of, it works out. Oh, and I keep forgetting I'm missing a block. We'll remember that eventually. So it just means that you can basically do this in a circular pattern to walk upwards or downwards as the case may be and still be able to enjoy this lovely library. The one thing, because all of these are just chiseled bookshelves and I don't have books that I can actually put into them, oh, it's kind of sad because there's so much less color up here. And of course, I also don't have leaves and the like. So placed up here, which we're gonna have to do. I was also thinking it could be super cool to have some glowberries in here. Just that would help with light, but also just kind of bring the natural into this area and really make it feel like that outdoor, beautiful library idea that I had inside of my head. But thank you, friends, so much for watching this amazing and very gigantic transformation. I cannot wait to finish it all in the next few episodes, but spending basically 400 days on one project and putting it all into one video is kind of cray-cray, and maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. I don't like not finishing projects, and right now, my stronghold transformation here behind me is definitely not done. There's still candles to be placed, bookshelves to build, and the finishing decorations to add into this. But to do all of this, I am going to need a whole bunch more farms. If you are enjoying watching me build in hardcore Minecraft, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and comment down below with a build you think I should be doing here in my hardcore world. First thing on the agenda is building a spider farm. And I do think I left one of those around somewhere down in my mine shaft, so let me go find it and we will get to building. Well, here we go. I have found the spider spawner, and now with a click of the button and some magic of the editing, we have our spider farm. And while I've been sitting here decorating, we have also gotten over multiple stacks. Look at that. We have like 6-7 stacks of string already, which is amazing. So it's just very simply decorated, got kind of just used what I had on me, which was some of these cherry leaves and the spruce wood, a little bit of mossy cobble from the actual spawner itself. But yeah, super simple, and it's done. It also happens to be at the end of our mining tunnel, so that's going to be a little awkward if I decide I need to go this direction for mining, but you know what, we'll figure that out when we get there. Next up, we have got to go and get ourselves a lovely bee farm. Specifically honeycomb, but we're also going to do honey bottles as well for any future projects. And I think our bee farm is going to look very nice right here along this mountainside. Now, when I first started in this area, I was like, we are going to build in the Hobbit home style, and I did a few of those. But I kind of got away from it, and I want to bring it back in our bee farm build today. So, I need to clear out a few of these trees, and then we're going to get to work to laying out and designing our bee farm. This is looking a whole lot better for this area. It's all cleared out, and we have a blank landscape to get working here. So that means that we're gonna need to do a little bit of digging here and dig out a space for the farm itself, because for a lot of the decorations, I want to use some of the honey blocks and honeycomb blocks, so we're gonna need the farm actually working before we can do that. I'm thinking we have this a good size now. We have one room down here, another room up there, and then this was going to be our entrance. Well, this should be more than enough for what we need for doing the honey bottle farm. So I am following a tutorial. It's an Ilmango tutorial, but I'm following the Shulkercraft variety. Anyways, I'll put all the links in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, I think that is farm number 1 completed here. We've got ourselves our honey bottle farm. It's working, and I've been breeding them up a bit because, well, not all of them actually had bees in them, the honey nests that I did bring. So hopefully all of them do now, and at least most of them are full. So I need to just replace this block with the terracotta, but we have for ourselves our build. And it's pretty tight in here, and I'm not loving that. So I do think we're going to do a little bit of adjustments here with how I have dug out these areas. And I think we're just going to expand this a little bit this direction and everything else in conjunction a little bit that way. Which, you know what, we'll make it work. So I've expanded the space a little bit, and I'm not really ready to finish off the interior. So we're going to hope that this is enough space because I want to put in the honeycomb farm as well. So I think we're gonna do something like this for the honeycomb farm. We have our dispensers. I've put in one pair of shears. At this moment, we can't like really access them, so we'd have to go through here somehow, but we'll figure that out once we're actually decorating this whole place up. I'm gonna breed up a little bit more, finish off the final touches of these farms, and then we need to decorate this place all beautiful. Good evening, I'm CallieBuilds. We interrupt this episode of Callie's Hardcore World to bring you breaking news live from the building of Callie's Bee Farm. Our very own Callie is live on location. Callie, what can you tell us of the current situation? Well, Callie, it's absolute mayhem down here. The bees are buzzing with complaints around the lack of flowers, and there's even rumors emerging that the spiders downstairs are upset that their string won't be used in colorful candles. As of yet, Callie does not seem aware of the problem and continues on as before. Thank you, Callie, for this update. We will keep you posted on this developing. Oh wait, something seems to be happening here at the build. Callie has come down from the building and now seems to be searching frantically through her chests. Yes, sources are saying she has realized her mistake and is now planning out multiple flower farms to produce dyes. We can all breathe a little easier. Back to you, Callie. Well, there you have it, folks. Callie's Build Projects has been saved by some quick thinking on Callie's part. Now, back to your regular scheduled hardcore episode. Our bee farm is looking so good here. I love the exterior, the honey kind of dripping over the side, and yeah, all the overgrownness. It looks so cool. But I have gone ahead and done the interior as well. So the entry is super plain. I need to get a couple of pots so that I can put some potted plants in here. We go up the staircase and we have for ourselves our honeycomb filling up nicely, a few little barrels, a little bit of a painting, and then we go down into this hallway with some more paintings, a little bit of plant life, and into our honey bottle farm. Just kind of simple, but we have it all set up in here so that it actually looks finished. But of course, as you saw in the middle of that time lapse, we have another problem to attend to, and that is to build a few flower farms. Now for the candle colors, I really only need probably purple, magenta, pink, maybe even some white. So we don't have to go wild and crazy on the flower farms, but we do have to build a few of them. However, before I head and do the flower farms, we are going to go and move the villagers from the villager breeder over there and move them this direction. You see, this villager breeder doesn't work anymore, and despite breaking and replacing beds, it just doesn't seem to be working. So I want to move those two villagers, and I want to take them away from this area. Let's go get those two villagers and, I don't know, make them up a hole back here or something that's a little bit out of the way, and we can then just, you know, span everybody into the actual trading hall. Now work for me, peoples. Lots of love hearts. Okay, let's keep going. We got a baby. Yes, it's working. I have been doing a little bit of work behind the scenes off camera, and we have a whole bunch of villagers in here who are being collected, and I have been putting them through the ringer with the zombie over here. So it's just kind of a rudimentary kind of setup where I send in the villagers this way, they get cured or they get attacked by this zombie. Then I send them over here for their first curing, trade with them, send them back, and then their second curing happens over in this room. So far, that means we have 9 villagers, which is absolutely lovely, who are all selling bookshelves for 1 emerald, which, oh my goodness, is so much better than 9, guys. So much better. But we're kind of getting to the place where I need to start putting these guys into their regular homes and not in a hole in the ground, because we're just not about that. I like to build, we gotta make things pretty. So I think we need to switch tactics here again, and before I do any more villager zombification and curing, we are going to start working on our lovely build down here. So we're gonna again do another like hobbit hole kind of style like we did for the bee farm right here. Let's see what I can come up for a design for this build, and yeah, we'll jump into another time lapse and see what happens. Well, my friends, we have finished our librarian trading hall, including the interior, and I think it's looking quite beautiful. So I did want to kind of bring out the colors of the librarian like cap into this build, which is why we got the red and the darker brown, and then also the whitish color of the strip birchwood, and I like it. And of course, we couldn't forget all of the overgrown with the leaves going on around here. It's looking beautiful. But I also got the interior done, or at least mostly the interior. So I have a whole bunch of cells like this that we are going to bring all the librarians into, and we're going to sit them in their minecart, and we'll have their job block right here so I can trade with them. So first off, right here coming into the building, we just have this long hallway with a whole bunch of cells here on the side. And then this wall right here can be easily expanded if we want to add in more villagers. And we go down this way, again, same kind of deal, just a little bit narrower of a hallway because I was kind of bringing it around this window shape here. And we also have two places right in this area. And you keep going and it's the same type of thing, again, around this window. So the spacing is similar. And again, we can just keep going backwards along that wall if necessary. And finally, we have this kind of back corner room. It's not quite as clean as the hallways that we have going down these areas, but it's still gonna work. We'll have a villager there, and then a bunch along the back wall and right here, but I didn't leave a space to expand this one because it's just a little bit more different since this wall over here is curved. But guys, we are ready to bring in all the villagers into this area. Well, guess what, guys? We have made it to day 1000. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that I have spent 1,000 days in a hardcore world. Never expected this. This series was supposed to be a 100 days video if I could make it. And here we are 1,000 days later. While the villagers continue to grow up and get cured, we're gonna spend some time building our 2 tall flower farms. And I think doing it right here will be perfect. We can definitely shave off the hillside here for our lovely river project. But I think putting in a little flower farm here will be perfect. I have made some progress and we have ourselves a finished build. At least for now. I'm not entirely sure that I love this one, but it only needs to be something simple just to have your flowers in here. And yeah, we're missing a sunflower. How in 1,000 days have I never come across a sunflower and brought it home? I have no idea. But first, I do have it kind of set up. I do need to add in more bone meal because we don't actually have bone meal, so there's only a little bit in each of these guys. Right now, the only way to make this thing work is to flip this thing back and forth. And I didn't realize that was going to be quite so annoying. But yeah, if you just flip it, then they'll actually produce the flowers. So we got to fix that so that it's not that I can just flick the switch and it automatically just keeps going, which I think means that I need like a clock or something. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if you hear it in my voice, but I am sick, and so the focus on doing the redstone part definitely not there. So I'm gonna do that between episodes and get it actually fixed. While I'm not gonna quite finish the redstone on this project, we are gonna go and find ourselves a sunflower, because this is ridiculous. How can I not have had a sunflower in all of this time? We're gonna have to go and find one. Let's see, I have food. I do not have rockets. That's gonna be an important part of finding a sunflower. And we have for ourselves enough rockets for this trip we're gonna take. I am not gonna take all those rockets. I do not think that I need them, but we'll take a stack and a half just in case. And all I'm really looking to get is the sunflower, so I don't really think it matters that my inventory still has stuff in it. How do I not have a sunflower yet? It's just crazy to think. This is a beautiful area out here though. Wow, look at this. Oh, sunflowers. Sunflowers, guys, we found them. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how long that took. And of course, pretty sure this also means they're gonna be facing backwards in our farm, but I guess that's fine. We have made it back. Let's put this lovely sunflower to work. Also, the side here, yeah, it's kind of a mess. We're not going to talk about it. Obviously, some redstone proudness is not exactly what I have. So, we're just not going to talk about it. We'll fix it later. But sunflower, there we go. And of course, you're backwards, because why wouldn't you be? And we are very much closer to finishing off our lovely stronghold project, especially with all of these farms we've got going now. So far here at our villager trading hall, I have for myself 18 villagers all set up with 1 emerald trades for their bookshelves. Of course, they do have some other trades in there, but I haven't really been worrying about what the book trades are. It's mostly just been for like the bookshelves themselves. Of course, we still have a whole lot more space to fill out with the villagers, but we're just kind of in the bottleneck of villager breeder working and also gold for golden apples. And yeah, there's just a bottleneck of stuff that it's just going to take some time to actually get all of these villagers cured and ready to go down, because I do have to cure them twice in order to get the 1 emerald items. But look at this, they are all growing up, and we have a whole batch more of villagers that I can take in to get working. And Mr. Golem, I'm a little scared because I feel like one day I'm going to hit you, and that would be horrible. Yes, you, I'm talking about you. But oh my goodness, guys, this has been absolute farm central in today's video. We got our bee farm done, we got our villager trading hall built and populated quite a lot. And of course, we have a flower farm done, and you know what? I almost forgot. We also got a spider farm done. So we'll have candles for days. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy today's video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye for now.